Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things injustice. This is the week of August 26, 2021. Current challenge is the Joker Arkham Origins, or as we like to call him, Arkham Origins Joker. It's a 1-week repeat. The required characters are Cyborg, Bane, and Wonder Woman, which are available in Bronze, Silver, and Silver respectively, which is the way we like it. Makes it an easy entry point for newer players to unlock a powerful gold character. His passive is Contagious Laughter. Joker's special attacks inflict poison gas. The damage from the poison multiplies with every Arkham teammate. His base stats are attack 1150 and health 850. He was last available October 2020. He's got decent middle class kind of stats. As far as a damage over time character, I've said it before, I'll say it again. We go with a fully offensive team. Poison is not my favorite damage over time. All it does is reduce the opponent's damage by 20%. So it's more defense. Bleeding is always the best one. But it's still decent as long as you're not facing a Blackest Night Flash teammate that will turn damage over time against you, or Injustice to Aquaman who might reflect it back at you doubled. So any Arkham teammate or Batman Returns Catwoman would be good to boost damage over time. Quake Engine is also great on him because it can lock in opponents for longer, so they'll take more damage over time, and you get a restart of damage over time too. So it almost makes him as good as Arkham Knight Catwoman in terms of forcing the other team, the opponent, to take the damage over time. However, Arkham Knight Catwoman's just got a better damage over time. Hers is bleed. So I'd probably use him a lot more if Arkham Knight Catwoman didn't exist. He's sort of the second best Arkham damage over time, which is, I guess, kind of faint praise. Importantly, this is the 23rd week in a row of challenge characters that have been following pattern that originally showed up May of 2020. And if the pattern holds, Rebirth Green Arrow is next. This week's multiplayer reward is Metahuman the Flash. His passive is Super Speed. Upon special attack or super move activation, basic attacks temporarily triple in speed with a chance to be unblockable and do critical damage. His stats are pretty good, 1200 and 1200 for his attack and his health. He was last available January 2021, and 34th week in a row of not a repeat, but a complete cycle of the rewards, and then the first 3 in a row coming back. So there's 31 rewards. They've all come in sequence, and now this is the 3rd week of a repeat from the beginning of the cycle, so we can be really hopeful that this is going to be consistent. So like I said, he's got pretty good high-end stats, and just to correct a small point in the passive, it says triple in speed. It doesn't actually triple his speed, but for every regular basic attack, he hits 3 times instead of 1. So the passive will last longer the more power you use. So super speed lasts longest after doing a super, and that lasts longer than a special 2, but the special 2 lasts longer than a special 1. He can be a lot of fun to play with, and if you give him power generation gear and maybe more unblockable chance, because he generates power a lot faster, right? So 3 times as fast, literally, because he's hitting 3 times for every single hit. You can generate enough power before his passive runs out so that you can do another special and trigger his passive again. So he's already got some built-in unblockable chance. But if you give him, say, hyper speed plated suit, even better, because it's got more unblockable chance, it boosts his power generation, and it makes him like a beatdown machine. The problem really is that the meta hasn't changed much. It still favors specials because of Tantu Totem and Master's Death card. And his passive really makes him shine as a basic damage dealer who happens to get super powered when he does specials. So he needs the specials to trigger it, but his benefit is actually from doing specials. One interesting way to play him that we've tried is on our Justice League team, and we swap out Flashpoint Batman and put in Metahuman the Flash as our basic damage dealer. So he gets power from Wonder Woman to trigger his passive, and then you can just gear him with basic damage gears to make him even better. One disadvantage, though, if you're going to use him instead of, say, Flashpoint Batman, is that in games where you're going to tag in your basic damage dealer first, Batman's already ready. Metahuman Flash still needs to be powered up. So fun to play, but probably not the best. He's good like any other Flash. Really fast basics and stuff. I want to like him a little bit more. It's just his passive isn't good enough to make him sort of the best basic damage dealer. In the store, Rebirth Green Arrow Early Access Bundle is $24.99. It's Canadian. It's a couple bucks cheaper. It's $26.99 when it was last available in October 2020. It's included in next week's challenge, like the sequence. It's not worth it. It doesn't unlock him in the store. Comes with 100,000 power credits, but still, if he's going to come as a challenge next week, chances are you're going to be able to get him free next week when you complete the challenge. And if the pattern continues to hold after Rebirth Green Arrow, we're going to see Teen Titans Raven. We've also got the Arkham Asylum Pack 1 back, $24.99. It was $26.99 when it was last available October 2020. Even though Arkham Knight Batman is on the outside of the package, you only get Arkham Origins Batman, you get Arkham Origins Deathstroke, and Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. That new, more powerful comment in the description, it's a reference to a change that happened way back when Arkham Harley Quinn's stats were buffed, and she got the extra part of her passive that gives unblockable special 2 for her Arkham teammates. Joker Celebration Pack is back, and it's available for 300 nth metal. So we're getting a really consistent pattern where there's an Aquaman, Shazam, and Joker Celebration Pack. Now they're running a couple weeks each. So there's a good chance in a couple weeks we're going to see the Aquaman Celebration Pack back. Nothing fancy or new. Like the description says, it contains 1 gold or nth metal character and some cards. The metal character is 1 in 20 or 5% chance of metal. The Batman Who Laughs. And the other Jokers are a mix of guys that you want and guys that you don't, because, Insurgency Joker kind of sucks. The other ones are better, but it's a bit of a mixed bag. And 300 nth metal is a lot. I think I'd much rather spend it on one of the other sort of straight up metal packs like the Ultimate. Our Survivor is the 4th World gear set until September the 8th. And Phantom Zone is still finished. Fight 62 is still broken. Last weekend's breakthrough was, as expected, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, and Martian Manhunter. So this coming weekend's probably Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Lobo. We've got a link in the description to a thread in the subreddit for the Injustice mobile game written by Devlin16 that goes over the complete breakthrough cycle. And that's it for just regular news. Moving on to the current glitches. Remember, every working glitch is explained in a tutorial video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, and specifically Android 9. So we can only confirm these glitches for Android 9, which means that if you're on iOS or you're on a later version of Android, you might have some issues, but we've got some information there too, even if you're not on Android 9. So we like to start with the significant not working glitches, mainly because these are things that have worked in the past or are things that people are specifically asking for. So the biggest one is really that there's no working glitch for power credits that we're willing to endorse. There might have been one before the most recent update. We don't endorse it. We talk about the reasons why in a previous episode of our P&Q and CNA&T, Season 6, Episode 9. Main point is that being on one account simultaneously with 2 devices is a risk for having your account suspended, which is not worth it. The glitch that used to exist for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards is not working. Getting the main multiplayer season reward early is not working in a way that you can exploit. When Phantom Zone is around, there's no glitch to get through Phantom Zone sort of cheatingly quickly, and there's no way to get the free energy without watching the video using the free video button. All right, so a few notes about the working glitches. The challenge reset that requires a Google Play Cloud save is working, confirmed on the current Arkham Origins Joker challenge. Just remember, it's the same glitch as the Phantom Zone, so when the Phantom Zone is back, just pay attention. Remember, when you reset the progress for one, you're resetting the progress for both. If you're on Android 10 and having trouble because re-downloading more than a gig of data is a bit of a pain, we've cut and pasted a comment from viewer Kakde who describes which files you can just move around. So instead of re-downloading them, you just shift them to another place on your phone and then shift them back after you've cleared the app data. And there's also a comment that's cut and pasted from viewer Jonathan Yang on how to reset the challenge on an iOS device. The breakthrough glitch to let you play it repeatedly is still working. The airplane mode /refund glitch is still working. It's good for packs with random drops and also last laugh tickets. And the idea is basically that if you're not happy with what you get in a random drop, reset it. Get your credits back. Give up what you got for another sort of roll of the die. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. Always, always, always bring your clock and your calendar back to normal before you're completely done playing everything, because that can screw up when Phantom Zone and new challenges show up in your game. And that's it. So that's not working glitches and working glitches. And then there's one glitch sort of in between that we've kept on our current glitches playlist because it requires specific conditions. It has worked in the past when those specific conditions come up. Hasn't failed yet, but those specific conditions haven't been around for a couple of years. And that's the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked in your store. And we'll remove it the first time it fails us when the conditions are right. And that's it. So this is the part in our video where we like to thank our patrons on Patreon who have been supporting us. And that is Victor Gomez, Consul Peasant, and Edwoon at the top tier last word, Sinemac, and Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., Irvin Ruiz, and Eddydoo at the credited level, and Chris Wolff, Scarlet, Dani, Awesomegamer 2-for-1, Pavu RS, Gavin, Mallott, and Isfar E. at the gratitude level. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Komoda.